Hi everyone. This is a quick internet marketing PSA. Before we start, let me make one thing crystal clear. I am not selling you anything. No course, no secret system, no email sign up. I don't want your money. I'm doing this because I've been in this game for over 20 years. I've made every mistake possible, and I spent millions learning those lessons. If I can save you even a fraction of that pain, this little video did its job. I mean, you've seen the ads, insane gains for your business, no cost to you. Let us show you exactly why we're different. Yeah, newsflash, it's 99.9% bullshit. And since I'm not selling you anything, I can tell you exactly how to spot it. I mean, after all, I am the self-defense guy, so I'm going to help you defend yourself against this insanity. Not even insanity. It is criminal. And I'm going to help you to try to vet these. There's no guarantees to any of this stuff. But first thing, you're going to be getting these emails. You're going to be seeing these ads. So step one, especially if you get an email, check their site. Their case studies and success stories they brag about, most of them are completely made up. But there's an easy way to find out who's legit. And that's step two. Ask for references. Ask for 3 current clients they're working with right now. Real people with real people with real email addresses from their domain, not Gmail, not Yahoo. From a working business with the domain to match. Like you'll see Damien at bulletproofbodyguard.com. You will go to bulletproofbodyguard.com, and lo and behold, there's a website. So they should have an active website. They should have an active website and some type of social media presence. Now, if they tell you we can't share info because of privacy, client privilege, or whatever nonsense, bullshit. That's your cue to run. That's not confidentiality. That's them covering their ass. Those case studies are either bullshit or from, back when Moses wore short pants. No one's going to get that reference. I'm old. Sorry. Anyway, if someone is killing it for me, and that person says, hey, can I have a reference? Guess what I'm going to do? Give it to them. I'll be more than happy to give it to them. Now, I'm not going to sit there and be on the phone with you for an hour. I may be, but at least an email exchange verifying, yes, these are real. Yes, the results happened. Yes, this person delivered on their promise. I mean, look, if someone's making me a ton of money, you bet I'm going to tell others about them. Step 3, check their social media. If they're promising you to grow your online presence, especially to grow your YouTube or social media channel or whatever it is, they better be crushing it. And not just for you, from somebody else. I mean, their own private accounts need to be thriving. If I go someplace and some social media and some marketing company has less followers than me, there's a problem. You gotta be, I should be helping you. Holy cow. If they're social media experts with fewer followers than you, you already know the deal. So, the reality check. Marketing can be a predatory business. Most agencies survive by churning clients. They sell you the dream, lock you into contracts, and when things flop, they blame the algorithm, the economy, or the election. The truth, a good agency pivots. They don't make excuses. And again, I'm not trying to sell you my service. I'm trying to help you avoid getting eaten alive by this industry. There's always going to be something. And the other thing that they do, which is amazing, is like maybe you'll start with the A team, and then after a while, when they don't see the results, you'll slowly get knocked down and knocked down and knocked down. I was with one agency, which will be named later because I'm going to be blasting these dudes. I got a list. I got almost over 20 years of a list. I got these agency, and next thing I know, I'm talking to some kid who is a really nice kid, but, he's in the Philippines. English is not his first language. He's writing copy. And the copy is bizarre. And later when I looked at the ad, it didn't even make sense. Like, we're supposed to, one thing you'll see is, like, once you start, like, okay, I'm reviewing every creative. Next thing you know, they start to get in a panic mode and they start churning out the creative and throwing up there. They're always going to tell you it's the creative, it's the creative. It's not the creative. If you have creative that converts, it'll work. All right, sometimes it gets stale, you need to churn it up, but you don't need to be changing creative every week. That's nonsense. I mean, heck, some company's been running the same thing for literally years. You see it, you know it, it reminds you, you go back, oh yeah, I gotta go get that. So, I mean, look, I'll tell you, just to give you an idea what a legit agency looks like. One, no contracts, no 30-day cancel traps. You should be able to leave anytime for whatever reason. You'll know within a couple of weeks if they're the real deal. Why? Because your ads will start converting pretty much immediately. I mean, if they're putting stuff in the water, it should convert. If not, they don't know what they're doing. If they tell you got to wait 2 weeks for a month to get a sale, that's preposterous, bullshit, leave them. That's not how it works. Number 2, pay by credit card option. Yes, never wire money, never prepay by check, never, never, never. The reason why they want you to pay by credit card is because they've had a lot of problems in the past where people claw back their credit card charges. I do it all the time. If, I get these guys who are scamming me. I just had a guy who's going to take over my YouTube channel. He's like, okay, I'll give you the sales funnel landing page, tell you exactly what to do. Great. $5,000 in. Next thing you know, it was every excuse to, I think his sister was getting circumcised. It was nuts. Reality is, get that credit card. If you feel like taking a chance, at least it'll give you something to charge back. Do not enter into a contract where they're telling you they need 6 months, 3 weeks, 30 days. Screw you. Screw you. It doesn't work like that. Don't do it. Because the companies make their money by getting new. There's internet marketers of millions and millions and millions of us. They're going to get $1,000 from here, $5,000 there, $10,000 there, $100 there. They're grabbing it, and that's how they make their money. If they don't have their business is actually marketing and selling the dream, not actually marketing and selling your product. Number 3, ignore the name. I'm sorry, I had it wrong. Ignore the big brand name dropping. Like worked with Nike or Sephora. Great. But what the hell does this have to do with your business? Those companies spend millions every month. That success doesn't transfer to you. If there's a billion people working for Nike that are running ads in some place, and yeah, sure, I worked on this creative, I did this campaign, I tested, yeah, there's a million of them out there. People know what Nike is. People know what Coke is. People know what a lot of these companies do, these massive companies. They don't know what I do. They don't know, I'm presuming they don't know what you do. So you got to go in there and, get people to, hey, look at you, and then convince them to, it's worth their time to click on this to go learn more. And then you got to convince them through, it's a whole process, people. It's not exactly cheap, but, the way they'll describe it, you will go broke within, weeks, if not days. Number 4, find people who work with companies your size. If you want a team that understands your space, your customers, your budget, your scale, don't pay for their education. Look, I'm a direct-to-consumer, global brand, and national brand. I don't really, the opposite's true. I don't care what the local landscaper does that can hyper-focus on a certain geographical area. I need somebody who's preferably in my similar niche and, has a similar reach and, market segment that I can see success with, right? I don't care about, someone who's spending, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. It doesn't work for me. Find someone, find a company, at least a company that started at your budget as one of the references, and then go from there. Number 5, set a risk-free trial. 30 days max. if you don't see any traction, you should see stuff, like I said before, you should see stuff in the first, couple days, definitely a couple weeks. Then by the end of the month, ditch them, move on, it's over. And if they have a 30-day clause, they're going to try to hold your feet to the fire for another 30 days. Think about that. You're not doing well with them. Think about how shitty that is. They're losing money. They're losing your money. And yet they're going to turn around and say, oh, well, okay, this is your 30-day notice. We're going to charge you again for next month. For what? For the same losing proposition, so you continue to, give my money to fucking, I'm sorry, give my money to, what's his name? I don't know, Google or, God, I'm forgetting Facebook, Meta, whatever. Again, look, I'm not your coach, I'm not your guru, and I'm not selling you a damn thing. I just want you to stop getting ripped off. Marketing doesn't have to be smoke and mirrors, but you've got to protect yourself. So do your homework, ask real questions, and trust your gut. I mean, there's been many times I've gone against my instinct and I've lost every single time. Get the references, ask for the numbers, don't sign the contract. Say, hey, if you can do what you do, you should know. And they're going to tell you, well, we invest blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm investing money in this and in your company. So if you can't do it, don't do it. If they know what they're doing, it's not going to be a problem. So, look, you're going to be saying no to a lot of people, but I'm telling you, I'm saving you a lot of money. If you think this helped, share it, because someone you know is probably about to get scammed. Oh, and make sure you like and subscribe and hit the reminder, because I'll be putting up my own case studies and personal experiences, and hopefully together we can make the world of internet marketing a little more legitimate.